I've heard so many of them say that's one of those tricky things people don't talk a lot about. It's that focus. All right, we get ready to go live with Heart Talk, guys. Thank you for being on. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Adelai Brown, your heart coach. All right. It is 10:34, and you're tuned into Heart Connections with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, on your community station with international inspiration, KineticHiFi.com. It is Work It Out Wisdom Wednesday. Yay! It is a great day to be alive. And we're talking about some other W's today. I want you to get ready. If you have a pen or paper, I want you to get your notes together, write notes. When we talk today, I want you to think about how this may be impacting you or affecting you. Anything that comes to mind, I want you to write it down. Just write it down, because these things are important. And a lot of times we miss our breakthrough, and we miss out on the things in life that we need because we're moving too fast. And we need to take time to reflect. That is something that I have always struggled with, reflecting. Because I've always critiqued myself so hard. And so when I reflect, I always find what's wrong, but I'm learning to give myself grace. LJ and I have been talking about that lately, and learning to give myself grace. And as I give myself that grace, I can reflect and grow and learn and get better. This is Heart Talk. I've already pretty much gotten into it. This is the talk portion of our show. This is where we come to renew our minds and restore our hearts. And I'm so thankful for you guys being here. This portion of the show is brought to you by my new book, Help Save Me from My Broken Heart, Your Journey to Living and Loving Again, coming out this month. I cannot believe it. This is so exciting. It's not so much about bringing the book out. It's about the lives that are going to be changed when they read it. That's the part that's really, really touching me and really getting to me. You can pre-order your copy at theheartconnections.com. theheartconnections.com. I said I was going to increase the price on May the 1st, but I changed my mind, and I'm going to do it on this Friday, which is the 4th. So the price will go up on the pre-orders on this Friday, May the 4th. So you want to get yours now for that great price of only $10 at theheartconnections.com. We're going to get into the show. It's Wisdom Wednesday, Work It Out Wednesday, and I want to ask you, who are you and what are you? Who are you first, and then what are you? And I know that many times when you ask people who they are, a lot of times they start to tell you what they are. They'll start giving you titles. When I say, somebody may say, well, Adelai, who are you? And I'll say, well, I am a wife, a mother, an author, something like that. That's what I am. But who am I? Someone asked me that question before, and it really touched me because I realized that I really didn't have an answer for who am I. It really got me. I was all focused on what I was, the responsibilities that I have, the obligations that I have, the titles that I have, but not so much the person who filled those shoes, the person who filled that position per se. And this is something I want us to think about on this hump day, on this Work It Out Wisdom Wednesday, because I feel like too many times we are going through life just existing. We are what? We are a mother or a father, a sister or brother. We are a co-worker or employer. We are employee. We are a neighbor. We are a whatever we are. But we never really stop to think about who is empowering the what. Who are you? Who is the person behind being a mother? Who is that person behind being a father? Who is that person behind being a husband? What makes you you? What is it about you that separates you from everyone else? No two people on earth are the same, not even identical twins. They may have the same DNA, but they do not have the same spirit within them. That is all unique. And even if they're twins, they still won't have the same exact experience in life. And a lot of people do not get that. So the question still remains, who are you? I want you to ponder that. Ask yourself, who am I? And get still. Because I can almost bet you that you may have trouble trying to answer that question honestly. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I've been thinking a lot about my why. And we're going to get to why. That'll be our third segment. So make sure you stick around the entire time because this is going to be good today. But I want to stir you up. I want you thinking. I want you to focus on you. So you're like, well, who am I? I mean, I'm a father. I have kids. So no, that's what you are. Who are you? Who is defined as what or which person or people? What or which, right? And then it says use to introduce a clause giving further information about a person or people previously mentioned. So this is, I'm asking you to tell me about you. That's pretty much what it is. Who are you? And you keep saying this, Adelai. I'm going to keep saying it because I want this thing to be ingrained in your mind. I want you to be thinking about this. The Bible tells us to pray without ceasing. And a lot of times people think that means you're supposed to be on your knees or with your eyes closed, walking around, oh Lord, no, that is not what that means. That means that you're constantly thinking about the word. You're constantly thinking about God. That's why we have to read the Bible and get to know the Bible, even if you don't know much about the Bible, even if you're like, I don't know, I just need some peace. I don't really do this religion thing. I encourage you, read the Bible, read Psalms, read Proverbs, but get to know it so that as you go through your day, you can ponder on it. Psalms tells us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And Jeremiah tells us that the Lord created us. He knew the thoughts that he had for us prior to us even coming here. God knew what he had in mind for us. So my question is, do you know? Have you become privy to that? Have you even taken time to figure out, you know what you are, but do you know who you are? If you think about it, many of us walk around with a mask on. I think about Halloween and people dress up and they're like, who are you? And people say, well, I'm a puppy or I'm a witch or I am whatever. But who's behind that mask? Because many of us go through our lives every day like it's Halloween. We're always dressed up. We're always masking who we are and pretending. LJ was talking about that as she closed out the show right before I came on. Don't cover up. You don't have to hide. You don't have to get dressed up and act like it's Halloween and then tell me who you are. Don't do that. It's time to uncover. We're on the hump. As you go up, a lot of times in life, and this is something that is true, when you're on an incline or you're climbing, like if you're climbing a mountain, the thing that you want to do is you want to get rid of excess things the higher you go. You want to make yourself as light as possible. I'm asking you who you are because I want you as light as possible. Life has been too heavy for you up until this point. You have been trying to be something or someone that you think is important, that you find value in. But did you ever stop to think or ask God, who am I? Who did you create me to be? I know I have an agenda. I have a 6 month, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20-year plan of who I am, who I plan to evolve to be. But I'm realizing that maybe I never stopped to ask the Creator what was his plan with his creation. And I know many people haven't. Who are you? We know you know what you are. But even in knowing the what, do you really know what you are? You may know your titles here, but do you know what you are empowering those things? I mean, why you need to be the what? We're going to talk about that and more today. I just want you to think about these things. I want you to think about who you are. All day, go through that. Who am I? Not what am I? Who am I? Who is the person behind the title of husband or boyfriend? Who is the title? Who is the person behind the title of manager or supervisor? Who is the person behind the title of accounts receivable, accounts payable? Like, who are you? Who's the person behind the daughter of, the sister of, the baby daddy of, the baby mama of? Like, who is that person? Who are you? Think about that. And we're going to talk about this more today because it's important. And we want to talk about healing a broken heart and overcoming pain. And people want to tell you this is your best year yet and everything's going to happen. How can you possess something and you don't even know who you are to possess it? Come on now. I know y'all hear me. Remember, the request lines are open. I want to hear from y'all on Heart Talk. 843-300-1409, 843-300-1409. This has been Heart Talk with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, on your community station with international inspiration, kinetichi-fi.com. I want you thinking about that. We'll be back at 11:30 with more Heart Talk, but stick around. We have a whole lot more before that. Who are you? Think about it. In the meantime, I'm going to keep you in mind. I hope you keep me in mind right here on kinetichi-fi.com. Pre-order your copy of the book, theheartconnections.com. Theheartconnections.com. Gordon Banks, keep you in mind.
It's going to be hard to mute